Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some 2v2 ranked arenas. And earlier today I started my grind from 0 rating all the way up to about almost 1800 rating, almost. And then we tanked a little bit because we're facing some um, really broken comps, I think. Like, I don't know, damage right now 7.2 feels um, really crazy. I don't know. On the other hand, unholy damage feels about the same, which is pretty bad. But we did win uh, some matches, and we actually lost some matches. So we're kind of just there, guys. We're kind of just there. We are grinding our way to. I want to see if I can at least hit 2K rating again, or 2200. But I don't know. The way it's going right now with Unholy, it's just not keeping up with a lot of bursty classes like Demon Hunter or Arms Warrior, and it's also not keeping up with um, comps like Affliction Lock, Resto Shaman. I don't know. It's kind of in a weird place right now, guys. I'm not sure what to actually tell you. But right now, I'm running two builds. I'm actually running. Well, I'm going with a more of a bursty build. I'm going with Bursting Swords, Blighted Rune Weapon. Um, Against classes that I know I can stick on, I'm running with Castigator. However, if I know I'm going to get kited a lot, then I'm going to go with Client Shadows. Um, I like to use this ability against classes like Demon Hunters, Mistweavers, Resto Druids that are really good at kiting a Death Knight. Um, and then of course everything else is pretty much the same, except for this last year. Instead of Soul Reaper, I'm actually running with Dark Arbiter because I'm actually liking the burst of Dark Arbiter. Um, I think I still have my recount up from the last couple of matches I played, and Dark Arbiter was actually doing a nice amount of damage. Let's see here. Yeah, overall data. So this is him or her. I don't know what it is. And as you can see, it actually hits pretty hard, guys. Like 286,000 max, 166 average, and then 239 crit average, 394 max. So the burst damage from Dark Arbiter actually feels not too bad. And the reason I'm not using Soul Reaper is because right now in Holy Haste doesn't seem to be really doing much for me because a lot of classes are doing crazy amounts of damage right now that it just doesn't really matter right now, guys. Right now it's all about burst damage, so I'm going more with a bursty build. But anyway, guys, enough talk. Let me go ahead and show you some of the matches for tonight. Alright, guys, so this first game is against a Arms Warrior and a Mistweaver Monk. And pretty much tell my priest that I am going to be going on the Warrior because it's a much easier target for me to stick on as a Death Knight. And I pretty much know that we're going to win the long game, so I immediately get my Festering Wounds on the Warrior, and then I put my pet on this Mistweaver, who paralyzes my pet, and pretty much starts to kite me right off the bat. Mistweavers are really squishy right now, but trying to lock one down is pretty much impossible. I think you got to get really lucky, but luckily for me, I'm still going to be doing a lot of passive damage with Crypt Fever. So here I pretty much summon my Valkyr and I start bursting down this warrior as much as I can, with necrotic strikes and scourge strikes, and basically just trying to see if I can get some kind of an opening. Whenever this monk uh, goes into the open, I make sure just to swap on him a little bit just to, keep him fair, I guess. But here I noticed that as soon as I get on him, he does take a lot of damage. I'm assuming he's pretty undergeared. So I get on him, he drops down below, half. He escapes, and I really have no way of catching him. And this warrior is actually doing a lot of damage to me, so I gotta watch my health now. So I can't really overcommit on this monk. But as you can see, as soon as I touch him, I mean, I'm pretty much doing a crap ton of damage to him. Like, he's taking so much damage right now. Um, but still, as long as I have my pet on him, I'm not going to worry about it because he's going to be taking all that passive damage from Crypt Fever. So here, this warrior pops his Swifty on me, and I pretty much just make sure to, like, at very minimum, if he's going to be on me, then I'm just going to try to make sure I'm always skirt striking him, make sure I'm always putting the correct strike on him. And here he runs behind a box, and I don't know. I don't know what exactly he's doing. He's just being a warrior, I guess, just mongoing me. And and here I'm basically just playing real conservative guys. Like as a Unholy Death Knight, um, I don't know. Like I guess you can kind of play aggressive if you want, but I pretty much just like to play conservatively for the long game. And in some matches it works, and in other matchups it doesn't work. It actually fails pretty miserably because some classes do crazy burst damage right now. In 7.2. So here, once again, this monk gets out in the open. I swap on him a little bit, but he escapes. I grip him back, and then I finally lock him down, and then almost kill him, guys. I'm just stacking necrotic strikes on him and scourge strikes on him, just spamming him, seeing, trying to get him to die, basically. But he escapes, and this warrior's on me. Once again, warrior starts to do so much damage on me, but not too worried about it because they're not really CCing my priest too much. And here, this priest basically pops his guardian angel on me, and I'm safe for a little bit. And this warrior pops parry, so I pretty much chains of ice, try to get away from him, and I can't really get away from him too much because of his charge. But still, we're putting more pressure on them they are on us. I'm not too worried about it. And basically, as long as I'm putting necrotic strikes on this warrior, and he's on me, so I don't have to chase him, it makes it a lot easier. So this warrior finally gets under 20-25% health, and then I pretty much just finish him off here with Apocalypse comes up, and necrotic strikes and scourge strikes. So pretty typical twos match, guys. But right now in 7.2, I just find the unholy damage a little bit low. Alright guys, next match is against a Demon Hunter and a Mistweaver. This is one of those matches that I absolutely dread as a Death Knight, guys, because pretty much I can never actually catch one of these guys. These classes are just so mobile, and so they can actually get away so easily. And in 7.2, pretty much nothing has changed, guys. So right off the bat, this Demon Hunter just pops Metamorphosis right away. I dropped Anti-Magic Zone on my Priest, which is going to absorb a lot of this magical damage from the Demon Hunter. So we're okay for now. And basically, you're going to see this a lot in a lot of my matches, guys, is that you're going to see me swapping around a lot. And basically the reason I do that is either to apply festering wounds on the healer or basically festering wounds on the off target. I'm always doing this. And for this match, I'm actually running Client Shadows because I know that I'm going to be kited a lot. And as a DPS in arenas, if you're not doing any damage, then you're going to fall behind, especially when dampening starts to kick in. So I want to make sure that even if I'm being kited, I have Client Shadows, and basically I'm still going to be doing damage from range. And as you can see, Client Shadows actually hits pretty freaking hard right now. It's almost chunking this Mistweaver, and right now I almost actually drop him because this Demon Hunter is too busy mongoing my priest. But he does throw slow on me with his glaive toss, and then I'm basically just once again chasing this Mistweaver, but I don't fall into the trap of basically just tunneling. I just make sure that my pet is on the healer at least if I'm not on him, and then I just get back on this Demon Hunter, and then he drops darkness for some reason. I'm not sure why. He drops darkness right there. I guess he thought he was in trouble. I'm not sure. But we're in a pretty good position so far, guys. So far. So here I get back on this Demon Hunter. I pop Apocalypse. I'm trying to find some kind of an opening, guys. Like in arenas, it's basically you're looking for opportunities to see if maybe a healer overextends. Here, this Demon Hunter once again pops his Metamorphosis, and I actually have no peels as a Death Knight, guys. I mean, I do have a stun, I suppose, but he is on DR because I stunned him with my pet. So here, all I can really do is hope that my hope that my priest lives and knows how to rotate his defensive cooldowns correctly. So here this Mistweaver pops out a little bit, but he paralyzes me and basically rolls away. But luckily for me, I got my grip, so I grip him back in. Then he does his Ring of Peace. Very annoying ability, but I have Klein Shadow, so I'm still actually DPSing them. And I also, of course, have Death Coil. So basically, Ring of Peace doesn't do much against Unholy, especially if you're running Klein Shadows. So once again, Mistweaver gets away from me, and in a video a while back, guys, one of my guides that I posted, I told you guys never to team up with a priest as a Death Knight, and excuse me, you guys are pretty much seeing why, because they're very easy to Mongo. They don't have any way to get away from a melee DPS, especially if you're a melee DPS who doesn't have good peels. That's why I told you guys never to team up with a priest, but unfortunately it's the only healer I can find tonight on my push.